Well, welcome on in. We're going to find you all merry tonight, I promise you. Welcome to our 1 hour J. King Christmas Holiday Spectacular. The final 60 minutes of J. King until after Christmas. That's crazy to think about, but it's true. What are those? I hear you cry. There's 2 Christmas presents from J. King himself. He's brought them especially for you. Folks, in this hour, I'm gonna be unveiling these 2 Christmas gifts. One will be at around 10:30 Eastern Time. The other, it'll be about 10 to 11 Eastern Time. I'll tell you this, in one of those Christmas boxes is the most revered, one of the most collected, one of the most important turquoises in the world today. From Jay's personal private collection, in one of those boxes is the largest example of this ultra rare turquoise that I've ever seen on HSN. And as we'll soon find out, this ultra rare turquoise will be gone and gone for good. Now, that's one of the gifts. In the other gift box is something that I know you're really gonna fall head over heels for. It's gonna be the end of the hour. It's a price that has been discounted to the lowest price ever on Jay's biggest selling bracelets of the year. So if you like to bag a bargain, as they say, or steal the deal, make sure you're with us at the end, because Jay's gonna be signing off until after Christmas in a very big way. A gift from him, from us, to all of you who have followed J. King throughout these years. So that's all on the way. I've got a brand new Mine Find to share with you and some fabulous opal pieces as we celebrate the man that travels around the world. He finds what others simply cannot find. And for so many years, he has brought them to HSN with such pride and passion. Of course, there is nobody better than the ultimate gem hunter himself, Mr. J. King. Folks, we love having Jay here. We're gonna tell some stories, we're gonna have some fun, we're gonna celebrate some good times and forget about all the craziness outside. Jay is joining us live right now via Skype. Jay, I was gonna say that you never stop traveling, but I presume you've not actually been traveling anywhere this year, right?
Do you know what's so crazy? I mean, since I was 20 years old, for me to be 2 weeks in some place and not actually be in jail or something like that, you know?
That's another story, right, Jay?
Just kidding. That's another story. We're not talking about that tonight. But, I have never in my life been any place, if 2-3 weeks, I mean, that's like forever for me.
Grounded.
I don't know what to say. I need to travel. I really do. My wife, she keeps saying, she always used to say, you're just gone all the time. I don't even know why we even have a house, right?
Right.
Now she's going, I really miss the fact that you used to travel.
She's like, go, Jay. You got somewhere to go, please.
When I come over here to do the show, because I come over to Lou's studio, it's almost like giving her Christmas. If we call her right now, she's happy.
We'll get her on the phone. We'll find out. Oh, Jay. Well, we are always thrilled to celebrate this time of year with you, my friend. We're going to jump into our first item. It's a 3-minute special. It is special. It's Volcanic Opal, $79.43. I only have a couple hundred of these. But, Jay, we wanted to start with a bang, which is maybe the appropriate word, since it's Volcanic Opal. Tell us about this one.
This is it's a very rare opal. I can't claim that I have a total exclusive on this, but we got everything that came out of the ground that I'm aware of. It comes out of one deposit in Madagascar. And the reason it's called volcanic opal is you find this in what they call it's a geothermal stope. So it's volcanic activity that actually causes it, right? That's what forms the opal. And when you find this, it's really cool. They're like giant eggs, is probably the only way you can really describe it. They're like eggs in volcanic ash, and then when you open them up, you find this beautiful opal, and there's actually an opal druzy that comes with this. It's an amazing, this is a natural opal. It's all the natural colors. This, just so everybody knows, okay, if you're an opal collector and you like to have unique and unusual, we specialize in turquoise, we specialize in opals. This is kind of like a one and done on this. And this is it. You're seeing the last of the last material. I have zero of this material. And as far as I know, when they mined this, when they actually harvested it, they got what they could get. Right. It's not like there's a field of it that they can go back and get more of it. It's just, I think it's just cool. And here again, this is what Mind Find's all about. You know, you want something that everybody's got. I dare you go into any jewelry store, okay, any jewelry store, and say, I want to see your volcanic opal collection, okay? And just see the look that you're going to get.
Let me speak to my manager about that, see if we've got something.
I went into a jewelry store the other day when last time I was here, last week when I was here, I went in and did a little shopping at one of the jewelry stores here. And it's the only time I've ever gone into a high-end jewelry store with a mask on, and it was required.
As we said, that's another story. $79.43. Final call on this one, nearly sold out now. Our multicolor volcanic opal bead necklace. You're going to love how pretty it is. The lovely Angie is with us tonight. And look how spectacular it is. And regardless of skin tone or skin color, lighter skin, darker skin, these colors work. And they celebrate what Jay has always had a passion for, a fondness for, and that is opal. Thank you for all of your orders, 730-243. Folks, I won't get, we've got so much going on tonight, but I do want to stress anything that we show you is going to be on FlexPay. It has our extended return policy till the end of January of 2021. Coming up in less than 24 minutes, our first Christmas present will be revealed. The most revered turquoise we've ever had on HSN, the most collectible vintage turquoise, the Hubei, is here in limited numbers in the biggest form we have had, that I've had in any show to date. But next up, we love when there is a brand new Mind Find, and we're gonna launch one right now, making its worldwide television debut on HSN. Welcome to the mystical, mystifying world of Twilight Chalcedony. I have a pendant, necklace, there is a cuff, earrings or ring. Just so you know, the pendant that you're gonna see in a few moments as we work our way down is big. It's 25 by 80 millimeters. Jay, the launch of Twilight Chalcedony, where does this come from?
Okay, these are the things that I kind of like live for, so it's pretty insane, when you have something that you just actually love to do. And one of the things that I love doing, this is making it look real dark, guys. Okay, it's not. This is Twilight Chalcedony. It comes from Indonesia. This is a brand new Mind Find. This is the first time we've ever used this material. This is the world launch of this material. We found this last year. And so you just think about it, it takes, okay, now that's doing a little bit more justice. If you want something, okay, like this is like, of all chalcedonies I've ever done, okay, of all the chalcedony, chalcedony comes in almost every color of the rainbow.
Right.
This is the only time I've ever seen this color. This is all natural. These are really gallery statement pieces, and this is a very highly rare collectible chalcedony. I have never ever seen this color in chalcedony. No. I've seen blues, I've seen greens, I've seen blacks, I've seen yellow, I've seen oranges, I've seen every single color that you can see in chalcedony, but this is the first. It's a brand new material, comes out of Indonesia, very limited. We didn't get a lot of it, but this is something that eventually when I can start traveling again, this is one of the places I want to go. But this is really just an amazing, unique material.
Well, let me tell you, the earrings are nearly gone. The ring is selling very quickly. The ring is available here. I'll just show you that so you get a full glimpse of the entire collection. The best seller is the necklace with the pendant. It's an 18¼ inch length with a 2¾ inch extender. For the discerning collector, for somebody that loves the out of the ordinary, extraordinary, Twilight Chalcedony is the way to go. Jay, I'm seeing an image. Is that some of the rough that you brought with you?
Yeah. Okay, but check this out, okay? And this is, this is a big specimen. This is a crystal, and what I did is I just took it and I rounded this off. I just took it and I polished it.
Yeah.
But this is the natural material. But look how big this is. This is like a giant egg.
Yeah.
And can you see? You can almost see through it.
Yes.
Isn't that amazing? And that's all natural. And this is the natural color of it. I didn't do anything to this. All I did is I took the crystal and all I did was buff it up. I just took it, ground it down a little bit, and polished it with a leather wheel. That's all I did to it. But that kind of gives you the color, the color of this. It's like we're calling it Twilight because it's the most unusual. It's like a lilac purple. You know what it looks like? Lilac sapphire is kind of what it reminds me of. But these are the things that I kind of live for. And you won't see this. I personally, in 44 years of doing this professionally, 44 years of professionally doing this, it's the only time I've seen this color of chalcedony. And it comes from Indonesia. It comes from a very, very small deposit. This is something I'm hoping, maybe down the road next year that I'm going to be able to go back and we're going to be able to get more of the material. There's no way to communicate with these people. Right. I mean, so there's really no way, to email them or talk to them. It just doesn't work like that for these kind of gemstones. But look at this. I mean, this is big. It's bold. This is part of the gallery collection. Heavy silver, all individually hand done, hand cut, made from scratch. But this is something that, I guarantee you, nobody's going to have this. It's big and bold. And when you see it at home, if you like it here, when you get it out of the box and you see how this sparkles and glows and just the color of it, it's just totally amazing.
We love it, Jay. It's nearly sold out across the board. The world launch, brand new mine find of Twilight Chalcedony. Welcome, everybody. It's our Christmas Spectacular, the final hour of Jay King before Christmas. I've got two gifts. Jay's got two gifts for you. We're going to unveil one in just a few minutes' time. In one of the boxes is truly one of the world's most precious, revered, collectible, rarest vintage antique turquoises that every lady should own. And in the other one is our end of hour special, which will knock your socks off. Something to kind of say, Merry Christmas, Happy New Year from Jay King, a wonderful way to end his final show before the holidays. So they're coming up. I do want to let you know as well, we have something beautiful from the world of Sapphire. Graduated bead necklace, brand new this month and making waves. That's an understatement, because what you're seeing is not treated, not dyed, not enhanced. It's all real. It's one of the big three, right? You talk about sapphires, you talk about rubies, you talk about emeralds. These are faceted. You are dripping in gorgeous sapphires. So wearable because you can adjust it to the perfect neckline every time. 20 inches through to 20 3/4, making its final appearance before Christmas. Here it is, folks. I'm gonna take it off so you can see it really sparkle. Jay, the way you, first of all, we have to start with it being sapphire, and then you got to talk about how you faceted it to bring it so to life. This is spectacular.
Okay, what makes this so unique and so different. I got in the sapphire game about 3 years ago. Now, it's not that in 44 years I didn't see sapphires. I just didn't have the connections that I really needed, the direct mine connections to be able to make it happen. And I started with one sapphire in Africa, and then from there it just kind of blew up. What I love with this story, though, this comes from Malawi, and I found this. This is by far the largest sapphire necklace to date that I've ever made. And you can feel this, can't you, Adam? I mean, you feel the carat weight in this?
Yeah.
I got to tell you, I didn't weigh this. If you get it home and you weigh it, and you got a gram scale, just weigh it, however many grams it is. So let's say it's 100 grams. If it's 100 grams, that means it's multiplied by 5. That's 500 carats. Jeez, this I don't really. I'd have to weigh it, but I would tell you it's hundreds and hundreds of carats. It's the largest sapphire necklace I've ever done. It's also of this material. This material comes from Malawi. I stayed with this miner, and they had mined this. He had it in his warehouse. And we went out to the mine, we looked at the mine, how they were doing, went back. I stayed at his home. His home was like a Georgia plantation, okay? You went back in time. What was so weird, he was a fifth generation, think about this, fifth generation tobacco farmer. That's what he did for a living. But he's totally anti-smoking. He does not smoke. And you're not allowed to smoke in the house.
That's a twist to the story, Jay.
No smoking whatsoever around him. He is totally anti-smoking. And, we got to talking about it because that's kind of weird, right?
Right.
When you're a fifth generation tobacco. And I mean, this guy, this is a tobacco plantation.
It's his whole life.
It's not a tobacco farm. It's a plantation. And He's just totally anti-smoking, but you know, it's handed down from him generation to generation. And so hence, that's how I got the Sapphire. He's trying to break out of that. He's trying to go find different things, and they're very mineral rich in Malawi.
Right.
And he found this Sapphire, and we're still trying to do more work with him and do different deals. But this, of that trip, of that buy, this was the top grade material that we got on the purchase, on the buy. This is as good as the Malawi Sapphire gets. It's got an array of colors in it. It's very unique. It's very different. But I will tell you, like this, you see it on Ange, okay? And like that camera's way back, okay?
Yeah.
Look at the size of this,
oh, it's bold.
right?
Yeah.
I mean, no, it's massive.
Yeah.
I mean, to see a sapphire necklace this big, to tell you the truth, even to get sapphire crystals that are big enough to cut a necklace this size, this was all the stuff that when we graded it out at first, that we kept the biggest sizes and the finest color grade that came out of the load, and this is the necklace. It's a one-shot deal. I don't even have any more of this material. I mean, so whatever you're seeing here, this was kind of like the last drum roll on this material. But if you're into sapphires and you want to collect, this is highly collectible.
Well, it's popular, Jay. I can tell you that. 4 flex pay $30.53. I grabbed the other sample that I have just to show you that each and every one is really spectacular. And it's the blues, right? It's that combination of blues. The denim blues, the darker blues, the richer blues, the lighter blues, all together. Blue is the #1 favorite color typically around the world, and this will look amazing. Listen, you start with the sapphire story, and you know you've got something special. You do what Jay did, and you know he talks about weighing it. You've got hundreds of carats of sapphire, and you've got it in a way that other people don't have. Little would anybody think that it's just $122. And I say just because for a sapphire necklace, if you, like Jay, you were talking about going to a jewelry store trying to find something like this. You just couldn't. In so many ways, it becomes priceless.
You know, it's funny that you say that, you know, because one of the things that this has done for me is I got to spend a lot of time in Florida. And I got to tell you, I've been going around to to jewelry stores and stuff. And I have a lot of local jewelry friends and stuff like that. So I go, but I mean, it's an excuse to get out, you know, to go. And I go to the jewelry stores and I see what they have. And I have to tell you, you know, and this is going to sound like really crazy, but I'm really impressed with what we do. You know, I mean, oh my gosh, you ought to see, like, you go, like, you know, and here again, I'm not, you know, there's nothing for nothing. I mean, you know, they've got, you know, they work different than we work. I mean, it would be impossible kind of for them to work how we work. But, you know, like you'll have a pair of sapphire earrings, a pair of sapphire earrings that'll be as much as we're selling this necklace for. Okay, but the reason that we can do that, here again, we have a very niche business for people who haven't shopped with us and don't know what we do. Right. We go right to the mines wherever possible. The furthest I ever get away from the material is like, let's just say like lapis. Well, I can't go into the Hindu Kush mountains of Afghanistan and trade with the locals, you know, not and survive anyway. You know, like I have to go through a middleman that can go in there and trade for me. Otherwise, we go direct, just like this. I went right directly to right from the person who took it out, dug it out of the ground. We work right from the rough. We do all the designing in-house. We do all of the lapidary work in-house. We do all the silver work in-house, and all the silver work we do is from sheet silver. Wow. So we actually use silversmiths. You know, most people, it's a dying art.
Sure.
You know, if you cast or if you stamp, you really don't need silversmiths. But that's why we can do what we can do. We literally have artists that every piece of jewelry that you're seeing here is work of art. And then the creme de la creme is we're allowed to bring it directly to you right here on Home Shopping Network, you know, on the show. And all of these, you know, the only way you can buy any of this or buy it on the MindFind show, right? We don't sell to retail stores. We don't sell anyplace else. This is the only market that we have right here.
Thank you for your orders on this one. Very popular. We'll let you know when it's gone. 4 flex pay of $30.53. 731350 is the item number. There's a couple things that we wanted to grab and show you. We don't really have time for a presentation, but I definitely wanted to kind of throw it out there so you could see it. Over this way, for any lapis lovers out there, Jay has spoken at length about how difficult it is to find really great lapis. We do have great lapis available. Over here, you'll see a necklace and earrings. Beautiful, simple. That color is irresistible. 091058. If you're looking for lapis, that necklace is on special for $110.45, and of course the earrings as well. From the lapis, the other thing that I wanted to share with you was Tiger's Eye. Big fan of Tiger's Eye. This we don't have a presentation of either, but if you want the majesty of Tiger's Eye in a big, bold, beautiful form, look at this. This is really spectacular. This is on clearance, everybody. The necklace is only $77 and change. The earrings are $44. Jay, I have to ask you for just a second. I know they're gonna rush me along, but Jay, $77 for Tiger's Eye of that quality. When have you ever seen that before?
Well, and you never will see it, okay? This isn't a profit deal, okay? To be honest with you, as the manufacturer, I can break this down for you. If I just told you what the sterling silver finding that is on this, you would just go, what? Right. I mean, that's crazy. This isn't a real price, just so everybody knows, okay? Don't expect that there is no way to manufacture this and sell that for that price. This is just their gift to you. This is your Christmas present right here, or one of them. There's no way, and this is all natural. This is all natural Tiger's Eye. This all comes from Namibia. Look at this on Ange.
Come on.
Oh, and let me tell you something. When you walk into a room, I guarantee you, if this falls off your neckline, you're going to know that it's missing. Okay. And if you're around a swimming pool, don't fall in with this on your neck. Okay, that's all I'm saying. Unless you're a really good swimmer. Unless you're really good.
We love it. It's available if you want an absolute steal. I know you can see what I can see because it's right there. Inside that box, that presentation gift box is a Christmas present, something every single J. King fan should own. We'll reveal it in less than 5 minutes from now.
'Tis the season to be a VIP. Use your HSN card to get the best deals on gifts for everyone. Enjoy extra flex on beauty, fashion, and jewelry gifts all season long. Plus 12-month VIP financing on select items $3.99 and up, and at least 8 VIP savings events a year. Plus, the HSN card has no annual fee. Not a card member? Apply now and instantly get $20 off when you're approved. Visit hsn.com/HSN card or call 1-800-695-1418 for details.
Thing I love about shopping at HSN for the holidays?
Oh, that one's easy. FlexPay.
FlexPay is like Santa's little helper.
It allows me to get everything on my gift list
And make monthly payments with no interest or fees.
Even if you're on the naughty list.
I got a gaming system for my nephew,
a pair of funky boots for my sister,
And a little something just for me.
FlexPay allows me to be the best gift giver I can be
without the worries of paying for all of my holiday shopping at once.
Beat that layaway.
Okay, I'm doing something that I truly, really love, and that is introducing a brand new turquoise, an exclusive mine find from high in the Andes Mountains of Chile. This is probably one of the most incredible mine finds in turquoise over the past 20 years. It's a standard high blue, robin's egg, clear blue material that we have a total exclusive on, and we're getting it to bring it to you as a today's special.
So many things to look forward to. We are about 5 minutes away from revealing the first Christmas present that I know you're gonna love. Before we get there though, something really exciting. A lot of promotion about this. It's been featured on so many of our wonderful hosts over the past few days. Welcome to the Green Goddess Opal. Folks, this deserves to be put on a pedestal. I know I don't want to play favorites, but Jay, I know you said to me this is absolutely one of your favorites. I wrote down the quote that you said earlier. You said to me, Adam, there are no more. You said there are no more. I put it in bold and in capital letters. There are no more. Green Goddess Opal. There is a pendant, there are earrings, and there is the ring. Jay, tell us about the allure of the Green Goddess Opal.
Okay, this material, and here again, we specialize in turquoise, we specialize in opals from all over the world. All of my trips start either going to a turquoise mine, a new turquoise mine, or going back to a turquoise mine to buy, going to a new opal deposit, or going back to buy opal again. This material comes out of Namibia, and this is amazing. Okay, this is all natural. This is natural colors, no enhancement to this. This is this is it. Okay, this is the last design that you'll see in this. It comes from Namibia. Look at this on Ange. I saved all the big material that I had for the last run that I could do on it. I will tell you right now on this, okay? Every one of these is uniquely different in their own right. There's no two of them that will be totally identical. It's the biggest opal necklace, probably one of the largest faceted opal necklaces I've ever done. It's right up there. If I've done anything bigger, I really don't recall having anything that is this large. The reason I'm saying that I know that this is it, we used everything. In fact, I did something which I very rarely do, is I committed to a number and I couldn't even come close.
Wow.
So what you're seeing here is the last of the last. If you're an opal collector, if you're one of those people that collects opals and likes to have all the unique and different opals, we have offered this. We discovered this about 3 years ago. We've used it in several designs. All of the designs that we've done on it had amazing response to it. We decided to make this set. I designed this set. It's bigger than anything I've ever done. And you can see, even the one Ange is wearing is different than the one that you're holding here. Now, when I say different, they're the same design, right? Same basic design, but every one of them is going to be uniquely different in their own right. The artist, what they did, the lapidaries on these, they selected the material, they cut the material, and then they tried to match it up to where, the sides and stuff, as it goes up, it matches. And then, it was a big process to actually put this design together. Now, the earrings and the ring are more uniform, the same color. With the necklaces, there was no way we could do it. This is really a unique material. These right here, and you probably, everybody, it's kind of funny because somebody mentioned to me the other day, say, why all of a sudden are you showing all your specimens, you're showing these eggs? Well, what I'm doing now is when we get the material, I'm cutting them like this so that I can put them in. I just designed this new specimen case. And so now they're already cut, because what I do is I cut my own eggs, and instead of having to do that, then I've already kind of saved one step there. So as I get older, I get smarter and I get lazier, okay? But this material is just so unique. It's so different. And here again, it's a natural opal. It comes out of Namibia. It comes from a very, very small deposit that we mined out. This isn't the Namibian Green Goddess opal mine where, that they have like this huge mine and they mine this. Right. This is a very small deposit. I can't honestly tell you that I have an exclusive, but I don't know of anybody else that has the material. And the material that we took, the only material that we left when they mined this, they only mined it one time. Right. And there was no more. They pretty much mined it out. All the material that you're seeing in any of our designs, we took all of what we call the select material. So we didn't take any of the mine run. The only thing that we left at the mine, which somebody else could get or buy, would be the material that we turned down, that we didn't take. It is just so unique. It is so different. It's just one of those things. And here again, that you're just not going to see out there in the marketplace. This Green Goddess, and I didn't name it Green Goddess. The actual miner of this, who is a South African, funny enough, by trade, he's a diamond miner, is what he does. I mean, he owns diamond mines, and you think of diamond mines, they mine it actually in the ocean along the Namibian shore there. Yeah. And they have these machines that look like giant spiders. Wow. That walk out into the ocean, but right along the shoreline. And then what it does is it goes down and it digs the sand, runs it back, and they do like a sluice, and that's how they get the diamonds. Now they're not big diamonds, but that's what he does. Is he's a diamond miner. And in the course of mining diamonds, this area that they're mining in is where they discovered this opal. And so I know him through, because he also mined petersite. So I knew him through petersite, and that's how I found the opal. But like I said, this is really unique. It's very different. He calls it Green Goddess for a reason, because it's so beautiful, and it does have a green. All of the material had a green color to it, a green tinge, either light greens, lemon greens, lime greens, emerald greens, but it's predominant a green, you know, a green
all the
theme
greens
to it.
All the greens,
all the different greens, a green theme. Isn't that amazing? But look at the size of this. Think about the size of the material. The size of the material had to be for that to be able to cut these huge, massive pieces of opal. And then also, I will tell you this.
Yeah.
Not all opals. Opals generally are on a kind of a soft material.
Right.
And so most of the opals, the largest portions of opals, you can't facet. And that's what made this material particularly so enticing and so unique and so different, is it had the natural color. We didn't have to do anything to it, but it also is hard enough that it took a beautiful facet. It takes an amazing polish too. And this is one thing I've learned. The harder the material, this is just a general rule of thumb, the harder the material, the harder it is to work it, the harder it is to polish it, the harder it is to facet it. But because of the hardness of the material, it also keeps that polish, right? If you have a soft material and you get a beautiful polish on it, if it's soft, down the road, it might lose that luster. With this, it's so hard that if it's hard enough to take a facet like this, it's going to stay this. It's going to have that, always have that bright, tingly, sparkly feel to it.
Jay, the necklace nearly gone, only 150 remain. The earrings are very popular, as is the ring. Stay in the ordering process for yours. And thank you for being a part of Jay's final show before Christmas. I have 2 Christmas presents to reveal. One is at the end of the hour, a spectacular discount on a must-have. But right now, it is time to reveal the first present that was under the Christmas tree to you. Folks, inside this beautiful red presentation box is one of the most important pieces any J. King fan could own. Inside this red, beautiful gift box is one of the world's most revered turquoises. Antique, vintage, can't be found anymore. Inside this box is something from J. King's personal collection. We have done Hubei Turquoise a couple times this year, but never the size that I'm about to reveal. Jay will tell you himself, but there is no more Hubei. There is, I believe, one piece coming at the very end of the year, and that is it. If you can, you should grab this. The first Christmas present to be revealed is a necklace and/or earrings in absolutely one of the finest examples of Hubei turquoise that we have ever featured on HSN. The necklace is only, and I say that carefully, $163.27. This necklace is beautiful and big and bold. I'll go through the measurements in a few moments' time. Sterling silver findings on the back. It's sensational. There are approximately 500 necklaces and 500 earrings, and they will go quickly. Mr. J. King, I'd love for you to share. Okay, there's already 400 people ordering, as we thought there would be. Jay, please share the story of Hubei before these are all gone, as we present your first Christmas present to all of your fans who are watching tonight for the Christmas Spectacular.
You know, I'm actually glad that we could launch this and do this together. Okay, in the Hubei story, this is what they call antique. It's called vintage. Of the top 5 most collectible turquoises in the world, this is one of them, okay, in my opinion. The Hubei turquoise is one of those turquoises, even to the unpracticed eye, anybody can go to your collection and they'll say that's Hubei.
Right.
If they've had any turquoise education whatsoever. It is that distinctive. This was mined in the late 70s, early 80s. It is not out there. It's not available. You're looking at the last, 3 years ago, we got the last of one of the original miners' private collections. We did a TS, Today's Special, with it for December. Blew out everything that we had remaining, that we had left over. That's what we've been working with. This necklace for November, we made this. I have one necklace coming up in December. That's it. Okay, when I come back on the 27th after Christmas, during that time, we're going to have the launch. And here again, I don't have thousands of these guys, okay? I have hundreds of them. Here, and this is what makes this so unique. These are my specimens from the 70s. These are my specimens that I got in the 70s. That's how old these are, right? but I always bring these come out of my private collection. For years, for over 10 years, the only Hubei turquoise that I had was the Hubei these Hubei pieces I had in my I have all kinds of collector cases, okay? But my big case that has kind of like my trophies in it, these were my trophies in that. But this shows you on this necklace, did you see that necklace? Do you see all those different colors? That's all natural turquoise. That's what makes Hubei so spectacular. But that being said, if you want this in your collection, and if you want it for me, now maybe somebody else has a private stash, and I can't say that somebody doesn't or whatever. I'm just telling you, with me, if you want to get it from me, this is it. I have this. I have one that we have a few hundred of, just kind of like the last of the last that I had. I did one more design that's going to be presented in the December show. We've written the first quarter, almost the first half of next year, right, for 2021. We have to work that far out. When I say this stuff is all made from scratch from hand, I'm not kidding. I'm not just saying that. It's not like I go down to the Hubei store and say, hey, those went really well, I'll take another 100, okay? It doesn't work like that with us. We make everything from the rough, from scratch. And here's the golden rule. If you don't have the rough, you can't make anything else, okay? And I don't have any more. In fact, the only Hubei I will have left after this, I won't have cabochons.
Right.
I'm not going to have a cuff bracelet.
Right.
I'm not going to have a pair of earrings. I have nothing. The only Hubei that I'll have is the Hubei that I showed you that will go back in my case, in my collector's case. If you ever come to my house, be more than happy to show you where it's at, and you can look at it. But that's the only Hubei that I will have. Us to get that 3 years ago was literally a miracle. Right? It was a miracle to get it, how we got it. I'm not going to bore you with the story, but this isn't something that can be replaced.
Right.
This is mined in the 70s, early 80s at best. And then that's it. I mean, it's closed, the mine's closed. It will never be seen again. You don't see it out on the market. Haven't seen it. We didn't have it for over 10 years. Over 10 years, we didn't have it. We got that one last private collection. We were able to bring that in. We cut what we cut. And we've been working off that ever since, what we had remaining. This and the one in December, there's a few hundred of that. And then when those are gone, that's it. We have nothing written into 2021.
Jay?
The only way you would see something if some of these survive, or, we've got a few left over that might trickle into next year, will be the only way we'll have any Hubei on any of my shows.
Jay?
Other than that, it's done. It's gone.
They're not going to survive. I can tell you we have 350 necklaces left and about 300 earrings left. They are going really fast. We anticipate a complete sellout in less than 5 minutes. There's a lot to unpack of what Jay's just said and so many important facts. Think what Jay, first of all, said. He said that he'd not presented any Hubei on HSN for 10 years, over a decade. There was no Hubei. And then with the private collection, the private stash, as it were, it filtered through. Some Hubei came through. It's not just in the United States of America. It's in the United Kingdom. It's in Australia and Germany and France and Italy. It's around the world. Hubei is so well regarded. People want Hubei. People are willing to spend big money on Hubei. But just as Jay is able to achieve prices on necklaces and bracelets and earrings of all different types of mine finds that you wouldn't typically get in a store, Jay is able to do the same with his Hubei. Is it popular? Of course it's popular. Every mine finder out there knows they gotta have this. Everybody that wants to be different, distinctive, get turquoise of a different level and status, and certainly that elevated appeal, you go for the Hubei, because those that know about Hubei. With everyone on the phone now, 250 left in the necklace and a further 300 in the earrings before they're gone. There is no extended delivery, advanced order, or wait list. The necklace is on FlexPay, and it happens to be the lowest price in our history on this. And I want to point out, these are 18x6 to 5x5 millimeters. The other Hubei pieces that I've had the privilege of presenting with Jay have been a lot smaller than this. I mean, really, much skinnier than this. This is bigger and bolder and certainly appealing. If you're on hold, we're going to get to you momentarily. I promise you, do not hang up. If you're coming through now, you'll be able to secure one. Lengthwise, it's 18 inches with a 2 3/4 inch extender. Jay, the history, the vintage, not available anymore, how revered it is, how collectible it is, one of the most prestigious in the world. But you go beyond all of that and you just go to the sheer beauty of it. It looks so unique. It looks so special. That's the first thing that catches your eye.
You know, and the thing with this, too, and this is what makes it highly collectible, is the fact that it's a turquoise that can't be mistaken for any other turquoise. There is no other turquoise in the world that looks like the Hubei material. And that's really one of the values in it, is that you can't fake it, right? There is no other mine that you could go and buy material from and then pass it off as Hubei, right? Hubei is Hubei. It has a very distinctive look, and that's what brought it onto the market. You know, and you know the amazing story for this, and I've told this story, so I don't want to bore anybody, but this is an American story. It really is. It's a story dear to my heart because this is when I first started out. I first started out in the late 70s, early 80s. That's when I more or less got into the industry. That's when I really, really started traveling. I was heavily involved in turquoise. Turquoise was my first material I ever worked with. It's the material I grew up with. I know a lot of the original guys. They're still around on this. That actually they were Americans who actually went over. They showed them not only how to mine it, they showed them how to mine it. They showed them how to cut. They had never cut it before. They didn't know anything about lapidary on turquoise. And they had no market for it whatsoever. Wow. It's an American story. The Americans actually put this together. They brought it to the marketplace. This material in the late 70s and early 80s just blew the market away. It was that amazing, that stunning. And then all of a sudden, just like anything, because of the mining practices they were using back then, they weren't really, how to say this, probably the safest. That it was, yeah. I mean, and so what happened is it became very unsafe to mine it. They mine these. This isn't an open pit mine. These are tunnel mines. They actually go in their shafts, just hard rock mining. The government came in, they closed it all down. Right. And then you're not even allowed in the area anymore. Even as a Caucasian or a Westerner, yeah. You're not allowed in the region. You're just not allowed to go there. This material is you just don't find it. You don't see it. You don't see it in the wholesale market. You don't see it in the commercial market. The only way that I've ever seen this today is there are people like me that had private collections of it. I just showed you my private collection, which isn't much. Okay, that's it. That's all I have. To have anything to work with and everything, this is it. Okay, and here again, the collectability of it is that there is no other turquoise in the world that looks like this. It's one of the top 5 turquoises that I have, that I prize in my collection, of the big 5 that I consider the most collectible.
Well, we love it, Jay, and it is now nearly completely sold out. In the necklace, I have 3 dozen remaining, and a little over 4 dozen if you want the earrings. Stay right there, and congratulations. What a buy as part of our big Christmas finale with Mr. Jay King. We're not done. That was only one of our presents. We have another present under the tree, and we wanted to save something really special for the end of the show. It's a value, a price, a discount on Jay's most popular bracelets of the entire year. So we'll be doing that in about 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes, so not long to wait. So that's coming up. I think I'm going over this way though first, because we've got something else that we want to share with you. It's the Mookite, I believe. Are we doing the Mookite first? Yeah, it's the Mookite. All right, guys, this is also brand spanking new. You are the first to see it. It's our multicolor Mookite bead necklace. There is also a stretch bracelet for $99 and change. The first thing that's gonna grab you is the colors. Look how nice that looks. You know, Mother Nature, Jay, at its absolute finest. You're putting this gorgeous collection together and the colors are just amazing. Tell us about the Mookite.
You know, here's the reason I do Mookite. I just like saying Mookite.
It's a good word, Jay.
I gotta tell you, I mean, I would buy this. I would buy this just so that you know somebody's going to ask you what that is, and just so you can say Mookite.
The Mookite.
I think it's just so cool, right? Mookite. Here's a cool thing about Mookite. If you've watched the Mine Find show over the years, you've seen Glenn, who's our Australian friend, who actually owns this mine. He owns the claim. Now, Mookite only comes from 2 claims in the entire world. There's only 2 sources of Mookite, but they're all the same deposit. Glenn, okay, think how crazy this is. This mine's in the Northwestern Territories of Australia, in the middle of nowhere. I mean, let me tell you something. They have to mail you daylight. Okay, this is, I'm telling you, in the middle of nowhere. There is nothing around. I've been out to the mine. I've been to the area. You better be prepared to camp out, okay? And you better bring everything that you need. Water, everything. If you don't have it, you ain't getting it, unless you want to eat kangaroo or something. I'm just telling you, it's in the middle of nowhere. They literally go out, they camp out, they go to where the area is, they bring everything in, all the mining equipment all comes in on a big road train. They truck in, usually they mine anywhere from 6 weeks to 2 months. What determines the length of the mining trip is how long the fuel and the water and food last.
Wow.
And that they even bring their own parts and stuff for any breakdowns. Once you get on site, you're on site till you run out of one of those essentials, and then they pack everything up, they load all the material, and they bring it out. They don't mine this on a yearly basis. It's only mined every 3 to 6 years is when they go out and get more of it. Like I said, it only comes from that deposit, and it's Glenn, who I know, and then there's another miner who actually has some. He doesn't really actively mine it, but he has it runs over onto his property, right? So even though Glenn has the claim, he can't claim it on his property, right? So, like the Mother Nature ran it over on his property, and so he's got the only other source of it in the entire world. But this is just a material that's like no other material. It's one of those specific things. And here again, I mean, I would just do this, just so when people ask you, you can say Mookite. Not Mookite. A lot of people have Mookite in their collection.
Well, we want you
you
to
can even put that. You can emphasize the Mookite. Isn't that cool? I love this. And look at this on Ange too. Look at the size of this. Okay. And again, this is some out of my private collection. I got this material. This isn't recent material. This material, I believe, I know it's over 5 years old. It might be as 7 years old. But I just finally dug it out of what I had left. And again, true to my goal, anytime you're seeing the last of what I have, now I'm not saying I can't get more of this, hopefully down the road, maybe in a few years or something, if Glenn goes back out and mines it, and I definitely would buy it again.
Right.
It's very desirable, but I always do the same thing. I always save the really, really super, super high grade of anything is always the last. And so this is about as good as Mookite gets. It's
the Mookite. We love the Mookite. Or maybe Mookie for short. It's the Mookie. You got to get some Mookie. This is the amazing Mookite for $99.68 for FlexPay of less than $25. Stay right there. The necklace is outselling the stretch bracelet ever so slightly. We'll let you know how that proceeds. But it is that time of the show to say, first of all, Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays. It's nearly time for Jay to go. Before Jay goes, for the Christmas period, it's time to unveil what was in that gold box right there. Because in that, beautifully done there, everybody in the control room. Congratulations. That's award-winning now. I appreciate that. Inside this gold box is something that Jay and the team wanted to have as our finale. Something that was extraordinarily priced, something that was an amazing value, something that everybody loves, right? Inside this box is the most popular bracelet of the year for Mr. J. King. It comes in 2 choices, kunzite, which is that beautiful pink, or peridot, which is the beautiful green. And ladies and gentlemen, you're gonna get 2 coil bracelets, easy on, easy off, no fidgety clasps or closures, $79.45. You get both of them, Beautiful quality, premium quality. This is the kunzite. Here is the peridot. So the 2 coils, one as you can see, is primarily that spectacular black spinel with the colored gemstone accents, and the other is just all of the peridot or kunzite in all its glory. I want to show you around the side again how this coils open so you can put this on yourself, easy on and off. There's the beautiful heart symbol you'll see a lot on Jay's jewelry. This has extraordinary reviews. Those that have purchased this over the past months have fallen head over heels in love with it. So here's the caveat. I have a little over 1,000 total, that's it. I'm more limited in the peridot than I am in the kunzite. If you'd like a steal, this is the way to go. Jay, it's time to say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays from all of our mind finders out there, and what a way to go out.
Well, you know, and here again, everybody needs to understand, this is the set. You get both, right? You get both bracelets. So you can wear them independently, you can wear them together. This is like what I refer to, and I'm not supposed to say this. I'm not supposed to say it's a crazy deal or a stupid deal. I can't remember which one of those I'm not supposed to say. So usually I say both of them. And that way when I get the write-up, at least I know that I did something wrong, okay? So, but this is ridiculous, okay? I mean, you couldn't even come close to building these, okay, from scratch. There's no way you could do that and sell them at that price. So just the value of it alone, okay? And when you're saying clearance, okay, don't think that these weren't popular. Read the customer reviews on them, okay? There's nothing, these are like super high grade. It's just that we offered this as a Today Special for a lot more.
Yep.
A lot more.
Yes.
And they sold fabulously. This is something though, if you want something that is really unusual, these are very wearer friendly coil bracelets. And the reason I did this, to be honest with you, is so many of our viewers requested it. Do you know that this is how far I go back with coil bracelets? We used to make these when I first started out, when I was in my early 20s.
Right.
You probably don't know this because you're much younger. Do you remember a toy they used to call the Slinky?
Yes, a Slinky, of course. I know what you mean.
You remember Slinky? I used to be able to sing the song. I can't anymore. We used to, originally, back in the day, we used to buy Slinkies and we would cut those up, like the links.
Yeah.
And then we would drill turquoise nuggets or whatever, and we would make these coil bracelets.
Oh my
gosh. Now, like a Slinky is bigger and stuff like it.
Sure,
they would lose their thing.
sure.
I mean, there was all kinds of problems with the Slinky jewelry, okay? You had to watch it because it would slink. If you couldn't put it at the head of a staircase because it would go down the staircase. But the thing is that, that every time I see these designs, I think about that's how we used to make these.
Oh my gosh.
Now they have a custom finding that they actually do. That's how popular these are. They actually do a custom finding. You don't have to worry. What I love about these is they are so wearer friendly. You can see them on Ange, but I guarantee you can pop these on. Let me tell you something. You could do this in the dark. You could do this with your eyes closed. You could put these on. So if you want to do, and this is why, Ange is a trained professional,
yes.
right? And, she always does things but do you see now Ange did this. Now, I made these as a set, but see how she's intertwined them?
She's mixed them together.
You get a black spinel with a peridot accents, and then you get the peridot one. So what she's done is she's actually interwoven them together, which is a whole different look. So think about this. So for just crazy stupid price, you've got two bracelets. So you can wear the peridot or you can wear the spinel with the peridot.
Yes.
You can wear them as a stackable. Think how cool this looks as a stacked bracelet. So you've got the peridot or the kunzite. Yeah. And you can wear them together as a stackable, or you can wear it like Ange was just showing you there, right? Where you twine them. So you get all these different looks for that one purchase. Yeah. And something that's truly, and these are all real gems. These aren't dyed. They're not color enhanced. They're not heat treated. They're the real deal. And they're all hand done, hand cut right from the natural rough.
Jay, we have 400 left if you're looking for the, I think it's the peridot. And if you're wanting the kunzite, a little over 450. They are flying out the door, as you would imagine. I don't want to rush anybody, but we expect to sell out in the next 3 minutes. You got to think who you could buy them for. At this price, we know it's the lowest price in history, even lower than today's special price. So it's a killer deal. Jay will tell you. It's hard to even imagine making these for this price. The other thing is who can you buy these for? Is it sister or daughter or mom or somebody that you're really searching for the perfect gift for? Heaven knows, get it for yourself. If you're buying things for everybody else, make this a gift for you. It's that layered look. You've got that full look. It's all about the wrist, but you've got beautiful, real, genuine gemstones that fit so perfectly on the wrist, and there's no worries about size. Jay, one of the biggest things about this, I mean, look, I can talk about the price all day long. The reason why we have nearly 1,000 people ordering is because it's obviously a giveaway price. It's the finale item for Jay's last show before Christmas. It's our Christmas present to you. But the reality is, Jay, you've combined beautiful, precious gemstones, gorgeous gemstones, but the ability to not have to worry about sizing or clasps. This is easy on, easy off for everybody.
If I never really thought about that, but as far as honestly, as far as a gift, I always think buying for the individual. But I will tell you, a lot of thought, any of our designs, a lot of thought goes into the wearability of it, and making it functional, right? I hate jewelry that's not functional.
Yes.
This is something that it pretty much you could buy this as a gift.
Yes.
And be assured that it's pretty much going to fit.
Yes.
Right? I mean, it's just one of those things. And here again, it's so easy to accessorize with it. And I want to reiterate the fact, guys, honestly, I'm the manufacturer. Yeah. Okay, we built this from scratch. We build it from scratch. All the stone from the rough materials is we're cutting it that right directly from the mines. We buy the material from the mine in both of these cases. We cut from the rough and made these. I could not build them. There is no way I can build them and sell them for that price. I can't do it. Even if they came to me and they said, okay, Jay, we want these and we want to sell them for that price. And if you don't do it, then your career is over. Well, then I guess I still have a pilot's license. I don't know anybody that will hire me because nobody's that foolish to fly with me. But that would be my only other option, right? Because I couldn't do it. Literally, if I built these and tried to sell them for that price, I would lose money. I would lose money. I would not make money. It is impossible to do that. Don't think that like even this, the HSN is doing this. I'm not doing this, right? So this is my gift. I made it, but it's their gift that they're doing this crazy, crazy price. And that is crazy. It really is. You could not build it. Just the cost of the materials alone, just the rough material.
We love it. What a way to end the show. I mean, honestly, so much fun, so exciting, a treat, a little something to say Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. Jay, when will we see you again?
I'm back, believe it or not. I'm back December 27th, 28th, and 29th for the biggest show of the year. Is always after Christmas for us. We end the year off. And then we have some great deals, some great things. We have all kinds of new things. I have the most amazing mine find that you're ever going to see in turquoise. And I'm just so happy. But I have 6 weeks off, and I can't go anywhere. It's literally killing me.
Much to your wife's despair.
She's not going to be happy. The next 6 weeks is not going to be good.
We love you, Jay. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Thank you so much.
I love working with you, Adam. You take care. Merry Christmas, man.
We'll see you soon, my friend. Thank you so much, as always. Happy holidays. Adios. The amazing Jay King, thank you for shopping with us in this hour. If you don't know what to get, that special somebody in your life, please don't forget about the HSN gift card. It's a wonderful way to celebrate all that HSN has to offer, but gives them the opportunity to choose what they want. Simply go to hsn.com and type in keywords gift card to see all the wonderful designs. And of course, you can choose various denominations as well. So gift cards are a great way to shop, a great way to buy somebody a fabulous gift. On the way next, fine jewelry gifts, the final hour of our jewelry gifting event. Stay with me.
I have journeyed around the globe. I've seen the beauty the world has to offer. Now I'm bringing you new fabrics, patterns, and soft silhouettes with spicy details. Exotic, but with a new degree of sophistication. Global Chic is all about fashion freedom. So be free. Iman Global Chic, only on HSN.
We love our gemstones to be beautiful, colorful, and durable. That's why we give some of them a little more love. Enhancements may require special care and may not be permanent, while others may last a lifetime. For more information, visit hsn.com and search gemstone to see our gemstone enhancement chart.